Hi, Talitha. How are you?
Very well, and you? Long time no see.
I'm awesome. Oh, yeah. Yes, it was really such a pleasure to actually have you the last time. And I know you've been so busy looking at your Facebook, and I really am honored to have you on again.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's lovely to be back again. And it's an
Awesome.
honor for
Especially,
you to invite me. It's a great opportunity. Thank you.
thanks. The reason why I'm having you back on again is because I know you'll be climbing towards Mount Everest Base Camp, if I'm correct.
Yes, correct. We're actually flying tomorrow.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, to get the ball rolling, in March, as you said, you'll be trekking to Mount Everest Base Camp carrying the South African flag. What does that moment represent to you personally beyond the physical challenge?
For me, when we decided to climb base camp, Everest Base Camp, um, I knew it had to be for something more than just for myself. There had to be a purpose, because for me, is why I do that. Then it's then a selfish
Hmm.
climb just for myself and to get attention, and that's
Yeah.
not the purpose. So I'm walking forward my two causes: shattering shackles, the fight against human trafficking, and green tracks, which is the
Oh,
fight against poaching. But I'm also climbing for that little girl who's experienced injustice and who doesn't know what the future holds, to tell her, I'm doing this for you. There is a purpose in this life, and you're born with a purpose. And step by step, I'm climbing that mountain for that little girl and for people who have experienced injustice and who are still shackled in their circumstances.
that's really beautiful and noble. You said this journey carries the dreams of women everywhere. What message do you hope women take from watching you attempt something this bold?
To say to them, if I can do it, you can too. And it might not be a Mount Everest or Everest Base Camp, but whatever your mountain might be, if it's a dream, go for it. Don't let anything or anybody hold you back. And don't let your circumstances hold you back. Because in some instances, I think that is what happens to us as women. We get stuck in our small little world, and we don't know how to get out of it because we don't think we are worthy to get out of that circumstances. But we are. We are stronger than we think we are, and we are truly worthy. We are born on earth not just because we are born on earth with for a purpose, but you need to reach inside yourself to find out what that purpose is. Because if you don't know your purpose, you don't know who you are. And I think life takes that away from us as women. They take it away, and we don't know in what direction we're going, and we lose ourselves with. So you have to dig deep, go search within yourself and find that little spark of light and go for it. Don't let anything define who you are, not even the circumstances. And I know I'm talking about experience. I've experienced it before. I've experienced gender-based violence. Um, I'm not just talking out of a place of self pity. I'm talking out of a place of a warrior. And if I can come out of the circumstances, yes, it took hard work and courage, but you can do too. Don't let it steal your worth.
Awesome. Trekking to Everest Base Camp demands mental strength as much as physical endurance. How are you preparing mentally for moments when doubt or fear might surface?
I touched on it when we spoke last time. I'm a person of faith, and
Mhm.
that keeps me grounded, and that will give me that mental strength when I find that quiet place somewhere on the mountain, and I just think of the beauty and the majestic of what I'm experiencing and what God created us to experience, that will keep me going. But because I'm walking for a purpose, and for a child that experienced injustice, and for a animal that don't have a voice, that is my mental preparation. Because the day when I get stuck and I start doubting, I will be thinking about a rhino. I will be thinking about our elephants, our wildlife, our wild dogs. I will be thinking of that child that's still trapped. And that's my mental preparation for Everest. And my husband is going with me. And he will be there along the way, encouraging me, and so I will do for him as well. But yeah, my faith, my husband, and walking for my purposes, that is my mental preparation for Everest Base Camp.
All right. Before I continue with my other questions, there's a comment question here for you. This is from Rish Jitan. Hi,
Yes.
Talitha. I think we are proud of you. Raise that flag and own it too. What inspired you to decide the climb? Wishing you all the best and be safe.
Thank you. My inspiration behind the climb was, so I did Kilimanjaro in 2022, and we summited on the day of my father's birthday. And he passed away due to COVID complications the year before.
Oh, sorry.
No, but that's why there's always a purpose behind a climb for me.
Mm.
And we summited, and I said, you know what, next? I have to do something else. And yeah, in 2023, we booked Everest Base Camp, paid the deposit, and I just said, let's do it and let's go and make a difference in lives that matter. So I was inspired by my climb of Mount Kilimanjaro, but also about the purpose of creating that awareness around the causes I stand for.
Lovely. As a woman stepping into extreme environments, what barriers, internal or external, have you had to overcome to get to this point?
Yeah, because I've experienced injustice. That was
Mm.
a huge obstacle I had to overcome. And it took a lot of courage um, to realize that I am more than that person. And I am valuable and I'm worthy. So that was a big obstacle for me to overcome. And I did. Of course, you still carry that baggage with you because it will be part of me for the rest of my life because that formed me. Um, and due to that, I also experienced, due to what happened to me, you have to get it out of your body in some way. So I developed an eating disorder. And I
Oh,
also had to, yes, and I also had to overcome that, which was hard. And
yeah.
that is something that you have to continuously remind yourself of, that I'm looking after my body. Um, and it's important for me now to eat healthy and to look after myself. But that was both very difficult to overcome. So, this mountain that I'm climbing is also a symbol of me losing all of that weight, all of that baggage. I'm leaving it behind step by step. It's falling off of my back. So, yes, that that is definitely was a challenge for me. But you never know what the future may hold. But yeah, I'm going to conquer, and I'm ready for whatever life throws at me.
Awesome. How does this track symbolize your broader life philosophy about courage, purpose, and pushing beyond perceived limits?
Oh, everything. I think when I made that choice the day to say I'm going to be doing Everest Base Camp, I stepped out of my circumstances. I stepped into a purpose, but it took bravery and courage to make that mental decision and say, listen, let's do it. But then not just saying it, but to actually doing it, to take action. And that's exactly what we're doing is, we're stepping into an airplane tomorrow, flying to Nepal, and I'm starting Everest Base Camp on Thursday morning. So it changed me. And you will be a changed person when I come down that mountain as well. Because just experiencing something so big changes you. 'Cause you feel so. I'm not talking about experience of Kilimanjaro. You feel so close to God, but also you feel so close
Wow.
within yourself and your family, and it just brings you back to perspective of your life, of how valuable your people are, but also how valuable your life is, and that respect for our earth, respect for one another. Because we are going to see the reality of the climate change because the mountain is busy melting. And this is not the scary reality of Everest. We won't be going up to the summit. We're doing it until base camp. But people that are walking now up to base camp is saying that the bodies are being revealed more because of the ice and the mountains melting and because of global warming. Um, and that's sad. So you are going to experience that, and it just makes you think and respect Earth more.
True. For women who feel their dreams are too big or unrealistic, what would you say to encourage them to take their first brave step?
Is to take the first brave step. That is what you need to do. It's literally, you have to just take that step, because the more you're going to think about it and the more you're going to overthink it, it's not going to happen. And yes, it does take bravery and it does take courage. But like I said in the beginning, do not let anybody steal that away from you, steal your worth, and make you think that you cannot do it. If you believe in yourself and if you believe in a dream, make it happen. And it's only a choice that you have to make, and nobody else can make that choice for you. You are the only person that can make that choice. And just go for it. Take that first step. Be brave, be courageous, go for it.
Finally, you shared that your husband is doing this journey with you. He introduced you to hiking, and now you're climbing mountains together. How has having a supportive partner shaped your confidence, resilience, and belief in what's possible?
Yes, he did. I mean, he forms a pivotal part of who I am. And like you mentioned, he's the one that introduced me to hiking in 2007, but I don't think he ever thought that he's going to be doing Everest Base Camp or Summit Kilimanjaro. But, he keeps he's the person that tells me the absolute truth about myself. Um, and I wouldn't be able to do life without him. He keeps me humble. He keeps me in tune with who I am. He always encourages me when I'm in the forefront, like being Mrs. South Africa Second Princess. He is happy to be standing beside me, but also behind me, supporting me, pushing me. He will be the one that's holding the camera and say, "Come, do this, do that." So he forms such a pivotal part in my life, in my purpose, in me walking. And he will just encourage me to do whatever I set out to do, because he's also seen that what I say, I always try to take action and to really do what I can. And he will support me. He does. He supports me in everything I do.
That's really beautiful. All right, all I gotta say that thanks so much for your time, and yeah, best of luck for tomorrow.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you giving me the time and also allowing me to create that awareness and talking about the causes that matter. And thank you for your support.
Anytime. Take care and God bless.
Thank you. Same to you.